I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. When there's a guy like that, that's a big name, usually everybody around him pretends they're looking out for their best interests, but there's always lawsuits later on. You find out someone was stealing money or not paying him what he deserved. There's always a bunch of bullshit involved.
Yeah.
And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like there's all these lawsuits. Like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, Floyd, why you posting this and why you posting that? Last time I checked, this is Floyd Mayweather social media page. Everybody want to control somebody. Me, I'm not gonna be controlled, and I don't want to control nobody. I just want to.
Terence Crawford appeared to take a shot at Floyd Mayweather Jr. after reports about a massive $1 million child support situation started making headlines online. Reports claimed Floyd was ordered to pay nearly $1 million in back child support following a legal case involving a former dancer connected to his Las Vegas club. Happy Punch tweeted, Floyd Mayweather reportedly had a baby with a dancer at his Vegas strip club. He's been ordered to pay $1 million in back child support and $133,000 a month. Fans are reacting to this news, and DJ Green Villain made fun of him, saying, "For a man that don't drink or smoke, he really don't make good decisions. He is organically stupid." Another fan named Frida Angel slammed him, saying, "Floyd Mayweather is a generational deadbeat. I've never heard of another man sound this simultaneously rich and broke at the same time." However, some fans don't agree with this lawsuit. Clee Furman tweeted, "I'm sorry, but no woman on earth deserves $33,000 a month to raise a child alone. It's daylight robbery." Another fan said, "Maybe it's just me, but I don't understand how the legal system allows things like this. $33,000 a month is just ridiculous." And fans are even being funny as we see a meme showing Floyd Mayweather before and after the Vegas club incident. And one fan even said he's going to be fighting till he's 60, meaning that Floyd will now have more expenses and he will need to cover those by fighting more and more exhibitions. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford and Joe Rogan started discussing the lawsuits and financial rumors surrounding Floyd Mayweather, especially after reports connected to the huge child support situation began spreading online.
All the watches where it opens the case up, you know.
All the money, you gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that, like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. That's crazy. So you buy a watch.
During the conversation, they hinted that Floyd's extremely lavish lifestyle, non-stop spending, and obsession with showing off wealth may have created pressure behind the scenes despite the billions he earned throughout his career. And with Floyd constantly flexing multi-million-dollar watches, cars, jewelry, and private jets, the discussion quickly turned into whether even someone as rich as Mayweather can keep maintaining that lifestyle forever.
Look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money.
Now it seems that this year is going to be a tough year for Floyd. He has been facing so many controversies. Amid this child support drama, he is now facing major controversy ahead of his upcoming exhibition fights. And the situation is getting messier by the day because several of these events are already surrounded by drama and scandals of their own. Between the growing legal issues, financial rumors, and backlash online, Floyd's name has suddenly become attached to non-stop headlines outside the ring, just as he prepares for more comeback appearances. One of the biggest problems came after news broke that Floyd's planned exhibition against Mike Tyson had been delayed following Tyson reportedly suffering a broken hand during training camp. If you didn't know, boxing experts were already against this fight.
The money he owed to the IRS because of the terrible business and real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. And now it's pretty apparent that Not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it.
Reports claim Tyson was even seen wearing a cast while recovering, forcing organizers to push the event back from its original spring timeline to later in the year. And because the fight was already being questioned by fans before the injury, the postponement only added more controversy around the entire event.
Right now, because he is suing Al Heyman and Showtime for $340 million. So it's understandable why Floyd is doing this, and Floyd has done exhibition after exhibition to the point where he's tarnished his drawing power in boxing. I said on Twitter, get ready for a night of embarrassing tendinitis and joint ache after all that we've seen from these two great fighters, because it's going to be an absolute mess. But Floyd Mayweather. Now, again, I don't mind if either guy gets paid. Again, we talk about Mike and his past financial issues. I hope that that's not the same thing going on with him now, even though who knows how this man spends his money. He made a ton of money to fight Jake Paul, and good for him. His name value carried that fight, and it did a crazy number. I'm sure he'll make a crazy number here, but Floyd Mayweather is the one that seems like he needs the money more right now. Our guy, Andreas Hale, wrote a story that is kind of went somewhat viral. That's crazy, the laugh faces. Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars from his professional boxing career and topped the Forbes list as the highest paid athlete from 2012 to 2014, the boxer is said to have been shortchanged and filed a multi-million-dollar...
Wade Plemons basically argued that Mike Tyson shouldn't even still be taking these kinds of exhibition fights at this stage of his life, especially after fans already saw clear signs that he's no longer physically close to his prime. At the same time, Wade also hinted that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may still be chasing exhibitions because of the lawsuits, financial rumors, and money issues now surrounding him behind the scenes. And according to Wade, Floyd's non-stop return fights are slowly starting to hurt the legendary image he once had in boxing.
Millions of dollars, misappropriated funds, and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor, Al Heyman, with the knowing and substantial participation and aid of defendants Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza. Mayweather, who's 48, says he is owed at least $340 million and cites a complex web of hidden accounts, unauthorized transactions, and deliberate concealment of financial records as the reason he believes he's been defrauded from those funds. Heyman is not named as a defendant in the complaint, which is interesting because I misspoke and said he sued Al Heyman. He's essentially saying that Showtime and Al Heyman colluded to not pay him with Steven Espinoza. But then he does...
Wade continued by saying Floyd Mayweather Jr. now looks like the one who may actually need the money more than people realize, especially with the growing legal and financial drama surrounding him. Wade brought up reports about Floyd filing a lawsuit claiming he was allegedly defrauded out of hundreds of millions of dollars connected to business dealings involving Showtime and Heyman.
Fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the entire article. Business Insider is reporting that Floyd Mayweather could be facing money trouble, citing an estimated $54 million in debt, property foreclosures, multiple lawsuits piling up. Mayweather's attorney strongly denies he's any kind of financial distress, but the headlines aren't slowing down. $54 million alleged dollars in debt. So it makes sense why they would want to do this, and it's strictly for money. Let's be honest. This is a clear money grab, but this is going to be a terrible fight. This is not going to be a fight that anyone outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. For a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of...
According to the lawsuit, Floyd believes hidden accounts, unauthorized transactions, and concealed financial records may have cost him around $340 million. And with all these lawsuits, rumors, and exhibition fights happening at the same time, Wade basically suggested that Floyd's non-stop comeback appearances may not just be about entertainment anymore.
In this exhibition, there's not going to be any weight classes, obviously, and there's not going to be really any winner to this, and I think we're all going to lose. I think us, the fans, are going to lose a big time, because again, I told you guys years ago that there is a certain brand of combat sports that does diminish fighters of the past, and it's the crossover scene. A prime for prime matchup, it would have made no sense to have happened, but if it did, Mike Tyson at 215 pounds, should he land at all on Floyd Mayweather, was going to send him to a different stratosphere. Now again, we understand the reasoning behind this, and I want both guys to get paid, but this is just gonna be sad, and this is why I said sometimes you need to preserve your legacy. And I know Floyd says, legacy don't pay my bills, and clearly he's got a lot to pay. Maybe the same with Mike, but there's a certain portion of the population that's gonna look at these two and think, what? This was the greatest heavyweight of an era? This was the greatest boxer ever in Floyd Mayweather? That's the guy? Both of them have trouble I mean, Floyd still can move around. Floyd's still fluid, but Mike can barely move. Floyd is not obviously anywhere close to what Floyd was. And it's probably going to be Floyd dancing on Mike the entire time to a weird little like sparring session decision exhibition ending thing, right? Where they both get their hands raised, no one gets touched with any sort of violence or anything. And we leave going, yeah, that was super embarrassing. I just either wasted my money or wasted my time. But hey, good for Mike and Floyd.
Daniel Cormier also reacted to the announcement of the Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. exhibition by calling the entire situation ridiculous, especially considering Tyson's age and everything fans already saw from him physically in recent appearances. Cormier basically questioned why these legends still feel the need to keep stepping back into the spotlight for exhibition fights, hinting that the matchups feel more about money and headlines than actual competition. And with Floyd already surrounded by lawsuits, financial rumors, and non-stop exhibition drama, the announcement instantly sparked even more controversy across combat sports.
Actually going to fight. Again, guys, ridiculous. 200 pounds, 140. Floyd Mayweather was fighting at 154, and he was severely undersized at 154. Floyd Mayweather was a guy that fought in the 130s to start his career, and then fought up as high as 160 maybe. Floyd Mayweather was a small guy. He's now going to fight Mike Tyson, who is the heavyweight champion in the world. I respect these two men so great a degree that it's hard for me to almost make negative statements about them. But I think that our job as talking heads is to tell you the truth, regardless of how much you admire someone or the applause and adulation you have for them. You got to tell them the truth. Started his new business, got his life on track, has a great wife that helps him manage all those things, made a boatload of money to fight Jake Paul last year. It's not a money play. Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants...
Johnny Nelson also reacted, admitting that while the matchup sounds surreal, it also raises serious questions because of Tyson's age and physical condition at this stage.
Tyson's never been a great fan of Floyd Mayweather. I think at one time he said something like, at least I can walk my kids to school. These guys have had a little spat back and forth between them. Now my worry is Mike Tyson at 58 years old, he's probably not as physically active in the gym, in the boxing gym as Floyd is. Floyd still keeps himself in relative good condition. I mean, hitting the bag, moving around and things like that. Floyd's 48, Mike's 59, he's a year older than me. But because there's that distinct between them, and it's real, because there's that between them, I think ego is going to get the better of Mike rather than common sense. Common sense is Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather in the day. You look at the size difference between these two. Mike Tyson would eat him alive. But now he's 59 years old. And that style suits a young man. It doesn't suit an old man. Floyd Mayweather, even though he might be smaller, he'll be the one that's got the movement. He's got he's still got the run craft. It's like me getting in the ring with a 14-year-old kid that doesn't know half as what I know. But he's got the pace, he's got the movement. And even though Floyd's 48, he'll still have more movement and pace than...
Nelson hinted that fans will always be curious anytime legendary names like Floyd and Tyson are involved. But he also made it clear that exhibitions like this can quickly become uncomfortable to watch if they start feeling more like business moves than real competition. And with controversy already surrounding Floyd outside the ring, the fight announcement only added even more attention to the chaos.
If there's anything scripted, allegedly, they said with Mike and Jake Paul, I don't think whatever's written down, there's going to be anybody sticking to the rules, because this is beyond what we see on TV. This is this is personal. These two guys worked together previously and still do probably, but I've never seen an interaction, a positive interaction between Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. I just haven't. Nowhere near as good in his day. But then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all. And even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. So you've got to remember that. So you're going to buy into it, no matter how disgusting you think this fight is, no matter what complaints you have about it, you're going to buy into it because you're going to see an argument played out in real life.
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford also reacted to the idea of Mike Tyson fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. in an exhibition, and both sounded shocked that these legends are still stepping back into the ring at this age. During the conversation, they questioned whether Tyson should even still be fighting after fans already saw signs that he physically isn't the same fighter anymore. Joe even admitted it was difficult watching Mike struggle in recent appearances because Tyson is still viewed as one of the most iconic figures in boxing history. And while both admitted they would still watch the spectacle, the discussion quickly turned into whether these comeback exhibitions are now more about money and financial pressure than actual competition.
It was Floyd and Manny, right, for a while. And after Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny, it took a little of the shine off of that. And then eventually they fought, but Manny had a hurt shoulder. And now they're going to do it again. They're both 50. It's crazy.
You gonna watch it though?
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch him fighting Mike. I think that's crazy. He's gonna have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's so much bigger than him.
He's not gonna land a fist on Mayweather.
Right.
It's not after his last performance. You know, I think Tyson just needs to.
What do you think was going on with that? The last one. It looked a little bit like sparring.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was scripted. I ain't never seen Tyson biting his gloves, and like you could just, it was taking all that he could not to like hit him. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking to see a icon go out like that.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's crazy also to see him fight at 57 years old. Like, that's nuts.
But still, like, he shouldn't have been in there at all. You know, I think it's other ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's other ways for.
But what did he get? He got at least 20, right?
Yeah, but still, I think.
I think he needed all that money.
Yeah, but with all his connections and things like that, I think people could have put him in the right position to make some money.
If he's got people with him that are looking out for his.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.